Hello and welcome. God damn it, I keep doing this. Every session it changes, and I need to remember to fix it. God damn shitballs. Anyways,
The eyes.
it's just the eyes, guys. I'm gonna do it like yeah, right? Keep it. Oh, this is how I'm gonna do it the whole time. Just be the fucking what do you call it? What do you call his face? Yeah, that guy from Tim the
Wilson.
Toolman. Wilson. Yeah.
Yeah.
I think Ogun said I have to zoom in on it, so like here, let's zoom in a bit. All right, is this a little better? A little bit of more immersive? How you guys doing today? Everything's good, right? Good. I know it's weird for those of you looking at Zoom right now, so we're going to stop doing this. Boop, boop, boop. And zoom out. That's good. So, before we jump into the action, let us do our usual little promote-y bits of everything that we usually do. If you are watching this video over on the YouTube channel, don't forget to give a like to the video, comment down below, subscribe to the channel. It does help us out tremendously to have everybody support us just a little bit. All of these free, easy options that take you 2 seconds that help our community grow. So please don't forget to do all of those steps. Like it, subscribe to the channel, and comment down below. That's it. That's all it takes. It's amazing. If you are interested in joining some of our games, our Patreon is going to be opening up in December with several new open slots. Now, just to clarify, we will have open slots as an option on the Patreon, even if we don't have them available. That is because we have people actively coming, moving between games. It's a whole system. And if you join the Patreon early, that adds you to our wait list, where we will consider you for slots as they come up. It is, first come, first serve. So the people who are the longest on the wait list get priority. You can join at one of the lower tiers. We appreciate you. You immediately get into our Discord server. You get to hang out with everybody. You get to look at the lore dump, the new Embrace canon chat, all of that fun shit. And then when your ticket comes up, you're next in line. We're like, hey, does this slot suit you? And if it does, you jump in. And if it doesn't, we just keep giving you more slots as they arrive. So yeah, I believe that's going to be everything from me. Now, everybody, look at the new organization I did. Look at that. It looks so much more smooth. I hated how the 5-person screen looked before. I think this looks much better. 10-year-old Fire. Thank you for the 5 gifted subs. I appreciate you, buddy. You're great. Thank you. But anyways, N, what the hell happened last session?
That's a good fucking question, isn't it? So, to start, we made our way through this well, and we ended up in this tundra landscape with snow and water. There's a stream, and even though it looks like it should be cold, we're without sensation. We can't feel what's going on around us. So as we try to figure out what's going on, Gabe sends Beefcake through a portal with water coming out of it. And he doesn't come back. So Gabe has to resummon him, and while we take a chance to examine the archway that is around this portal, this one is in deep speech, saying that Solemn was once there, is now housed in many places, the first world. There's more writing that we can't transcribe. As we investigate everything else, we look up and we see that there's no sun, no star, no moon. Looking like a snowstorm, but there's nothing else that's up there. We find another archway, and in Infernal, it says Zodiac, the plains between worlds, home to second chance. And then written in Abyssal says, the furthest reach, the smallest influence, trial by fire or trial by water. So of course we have no idea what any of this means. And we make it to the last archway, where we can only transcribe part of it in Druidic, that says the loneliest sacrifice, mother to the wild, sister of the lost, and sister of the sacrifice. So the reason why we're here is to try and find something from N's mother. And there's nothing that gives away where we should be going. except for when In finally rubs their two brain cells together and remembers that there's 13 symbols on their blanket. And there are 13 animals on the door that says Zodiac. So that's where they take their bet and pass on through. When we get inside, we realize that the floor is stained red glass, and there's someone up ahead of us who takes us a moment, but who have met her before, recognize Luna. She says that this is, of course, she's upset for us for taking forever, and tells us that this was a meeting place of celestial beings, and only the most powerful people know it's there. It had been reactivated by someone that we don't know, and that champions and servants of deities were buried there, including In's mother. So, seems like that runs in the family. In tells Luna about what's been going on, including the first champion being arisen and the kidnappings leading to sacrifices for a cult, and she is desperate to return to Solemn. She asks Fulcrum's help in a ritual to do so because she's been tied to Zodiac. So we agree to do that after we figure out what's going on with In's mother. So we travel down the way, and Luna points out a room where there's an image of a bipedal ram with a large glaive, and she hands In the key and gives them time to look inside. Going in Primordial, there's a plaque that names the statue as Ares. And throughout, there's a plaque next to each funeral that's there. Different reasons for people being there. One of which happened to be Nobu Mori from the Zodiac campaign. But after In reads H1, they ask Luna who their mother was, and she points out the one that is for truth. In learns that their mother was native to Hell with an unknown parentage to Luna, and she betrayed that family in order to leave a piece of herself behind, which was In. She was described as a natural on the battlefield, graceful, elegant, but had a kind, soft spot for people who refused to stay down. That, there's not a lot of family resemblance in the whole battlefield thing. So In decides this is the only time probably that they're ever going to be here. They want an emblem, and they take the effigy, which causes Ares to appear. They end up talking, just kind of like, what are you doing? And as punishment, Ares breaks In's arm. Even though it wasn't like an angry thing, it was just like, hey, dude, I gotta. Rowan and Frank decide to have a chat with Ares as well. And Ares was impressed by Frank's bulk. He's a strong little rat. After that, Fulcrum helps Luna by trying to commit using necromantic magic to create a copy of her to release her tied to this plane. And at the end of it, Fulcrum goes to stab Luna in the chest to kill her to be able to bring her back, and her body turns to ash. He suffers exhaustion from having to endure this long ritual, and it is a little roughened up as well from the arm breaking and Gabriel resetting it. So we decide to take a rest, and it's at that point that we ended the last session.
Ready. So, morning rolls around. Fulcrum, you wake up stretching. Oh, still a little tight in your back. It was. Yesterday was rough. Magically speaking, that's beyond a level of magic that you have been able to produce previously.
I'm gonna look around and see if anyone else is in the same. I'm assuming I'm in the same room that I fell asleep in with the
Yep.
where I stabbed her.
Yeah, none of your party members wanted to like move you or anything, so you're there.
Is anyone else there?
Uh,
I don't
It's
know where they
conked
crashed
out.
yeah, Ann and Gabe, we'll say, are there.
All right.
Gabe has divine sense to check to the demon.
Oh, you're still sleeping. You're still sleeping.
Oh, okay. The Gabe doesn't.
Fulcrum went to sleep like 3 hours before all of you. So, Fulcrum, you wake up and you look to sides and you see N, sleeping with a small wall of books between them and Gabe.
All right.
And they're clutching the plaque, just like this new thing that's like golden and like shiny. It's just like hanging on to it.
However, you are
start-
surrounded by a number of tomes, all
Yes,
of which look incredibly informative.
I am going to start. Oh snap! What happened?
Uh-oh.
Okay. Yeah. No, we're good. I'm going to start investigating the tomes around and start
Sure.
looking to see if anything catches my fancy.
Go for it. Give me an investigation. And to clarify, you still are experiencing now.
Okay.
Which is
Weird for me, but it's
it's nice though. Like
yeah.
you only have to focus now. It's great.
Yeah, this is pretty good. And you said investigation?
Yes, sir.
I'll take it.
Average.
16.
So, as you sit there sipping a small cup of coffee, you have prestidigitation, right?
Yeah.
Perfect. A small cup of water that tastes perfectly like coffee. Eat it as you wanted. Enjoying it. Just give me a handful of topics that focused Fulcrum would be interested in. I'll tell you if you find anything.
Things to do with time, whether that's in actual history or arcana.
Okay.
Also, anything on the Slayers Guild itself.
Okay.
Those are, I think, the two things.
Just give me a handful more.
Okay. My brain wasn't ready for this as a player. Looking for more additional general arcana stuff. And I know he likes... Yeah, history and arcana are like his two big digs, tied in with time. If nothing with time, then just general...
This be
they're
Fireball.
relative. Right.
Oh, hey, so that's how you do that one. You take 2 times, you just slam them together aggressively, and then it explodes. Great.
Awesome.
But
Any
anyways.
spell books, or I mean, I doubt there are, but there could be.
A number of these books are not spell books, but books of the theory of spell crafting in different regards. Most of which reach towards necromancy. And you do find one thing that kind of piques your interest, probably around your 3rd hour of investigating. It's called anchors. And typically speaking, you're like, yeah, whatever, that doesn't matter, because, who's on a boat in Solemn? That's stupid. No, this is a spiritual anchor. And the theory behind why they exist, what exactly they are, and the purpose that they serve, as well as a handful of notes that were shoved in there by Luna.
I am definitely going to be reading this and checking out the notes. Actually, yeah, I'm going to be reading the book and checking out the notes.
Okay. So, you wake up. Everybody else, Ann and Gabriel. As the two of you wake up, Rowan's just shaking her head. See ya! She just leans backwards, and you all see a very quick breeze ripple through the room, and she disappears again. She was very frustrated.
Gable sighs and does divine sense to make sure that demon is in the round again.
Abe, sweetheart, did you what did anything happen between you and little mama while I was sleeping?
No.
I think she likes Luna all that much.
I'm getting ready to skin her dragon, but that's about it.
So, Gabe, can you roll that ability for me so I see specifically what you can sense?
Oh, okay. Sure.
I was trying not to metagame as I saw the expression.
It's always a percentile die.
Divine sense.
Senses a lot of things.
Yeah. Celestial presence? No. Undead presence? No. Fiendish presence? No. Okay. Yeah, you don't sense nothing.
Okay.
However, as you're kind of, sensing everything and turn around, you do notice that there's an individual in the, archway into the room. No doors, just an archway. The individual looks like a scruffy beard, middle-aged man, maybe human, maybe late 40s, early 50s. He has the little bit of fuzz still on the top of his cranium as everything else has already receded to the back of his head. And he seems to just have his hand on a pommel of a sword. Looks at all of you.
Yeah, Gabe stands up and
Hey. Who the hell are you guys? Speaking in an infernal dialect.
We came here looking for my mother. And
You're related to Luna?
no, friends with Luna, but we happened to run in her with her
Oh.
along the way.
Oh. Sorry to bother you. Carry on. They take a step out of the room, and now they're watching over their shoulder at the three of you.
Can I do an insight into the sorry to bother you?
Yeah.
Gabe just his hands sword watching after him.
Yeah.
Thinking about the book too much.
Yeah, this is, lots of notes in the book. And the individual just starts walking away.
I need to name drop her a lot more. See, Rowan, it was a good thing that we helped her.
Rowan's already gone.
Oh, it knows. It's just sass at the empty space where Rowan was.
People don't say
So,
they're friends with her very often.
Ender, do you want to? Are we going to be hanging out here for a while? Some good reads, or?
and looks at the plaque. Did you see anything that might have like history in it? And then we'll point to like someone's deeds or like family line or.
How long does our water breathing last since our caster has left us?
24 hours, and you all have been here for a total of 14 hours, 16 hours.
If Rowan isn't around and we need to get out of here soon, if we're going to be able to breathe our way back to the surface of the well.
That's true. So, can we look quickly?
Yeah, we can. Let me just, and I put the book and the notes that I'm been reading into my bag. Actually, the notes I'm going to put into my pocket where I can feel them, and the book goes in the bag. Yeah. And can I see that plaque you were speaking of?
Yeah, and I'll hand it over.
It weighs about a pound. The surface of it is solid gold, and underneath that, it has a very refined steel to make it more sturdy.
I take out a piece of paper and some chalk, do a rubbing real quick, hand her back the whole plate, the emblem. Here, you can have that back. I've got what I need here. And you wanted to check around here?
Them, yes.
Them. Thank you. Sorry. Wednesday night.
Yep.
I hand it back to them, and so, were you saying that you wanted to see if you could find information in here about the plaque?
It's my mom.
Do I recall running into anything?
About truth?
Okay.
That would have stood out to you. A name like Truth?
Yeah.
No. Nothing, unfortunately.
Okay. Yeah, I didn't see anything in here.
Hmm.
But as Gabe, you were saying we should go soon, but maybe we can help them out and do a real quick perusal. Say, spend 30 minutes or so, 40 minutes, 45 hour, 3 hours.
Yeah, we have like 10 hours, so we can spend a little time here.
Okay. Fulcrum, where do you
Yes.
keep your chalk and paper?
In side pockets on my backpack.
Okay, yeah. That's no
Or the
problem then.
chalk's in the side pockets. The paper would probably be inside, so it doesn't get all crumpled. And
Okay, and your bag is a normal bag?
I believe so.
It is
Let me
not
just
a
double-check.
bag of holding? Or
do
a satchel of
not-
holding?
No, it's not a satchel. Yeah, it's just a
Bag.
bag.
Okay, yeah, that's no problem then.
Well, shall we see if we can find anything on truth?
All right, go ahead and do another investigation. And
With
I assume.
inspiration.
Okay, you're inspiring. I was going to
I'll
ask
guide
if you'd help.
myself.
Yeah.
Yep, I'll guide myself. Inspiration. Oh, and Gabe Sweetheart, this is truth drain, not the literal truth.
Okay, and Gabe just keeps an eye out for the visitor if he comes
Okay.
back.
They do eventually like walk in your direction, Gabe. But they seem to like be patrolling down here. And they walk on the other side of the room, or the other side of the hallway from your room. And as they pass, they just smile, nod at you, and just keep moving.
And yours is a D6?
Hmm.
Okay. All right. And Gabe, are you helping me look, or N?
will.
Yeah.
Okay,
Gabe's more looking at keeping
Keeping guard.
guard, but
that makes sense. And N could help. So here we go.
Hey, so that's a 33.
33. Do you want me to
Okay.
roll for the because of advantage of helping, or
No. 34 would not make a difference from 33.
Just checking.
No. You know what's better than 33?
30.
But
Love it.
anyways, you said 3 hours?
Yeah, that gives us 7 hours to get out
Okay.
approximately.
Roll me 3d6s. Let's see what information you particularly find. Any duplicates, we will round it to the higher number that is available. So 3, 4, and 5. Cool. Let me open up those notes because you rolled above a fucking 30. Because there's bards in a party with guidance as well.
The things we can do when we cooperate and work together rather than just charging ahead.
When we have a plan.
I'ma hit it till it dies.
Gabe just looks at Anne and raises an eyebrow.
See, this is all about using your brain, Gabe. I guess probably smarter than N, but
Gabe's not used to using that head.
no.
Gabe
Oh boy.
rolls his eye.
His
So
eye, just one eye rolls.
Oh God.
there is no information about truth in this pile.
Hmm.
This room are specific tomes and notes that Luna brought here. But instead you find different notes. The theory of the constellations, relative to divination magic in particular. The close proximity and reach of different planes to Solemn. So, Fulcrum, you now canonly have access to the actual map of the universe
Ooh.
as a character. Fulcrum in character knows this. Interestingly enough, something's odd about it. I need you to roll an insight.
Yeah, screw it. I'm going to use my session inspiration on this one.
Go for it. 28 or 24, sorry.
24, yeah.
Where you come from, the universe is referred to as Embrace. This outlines it as the new Embrace. Very deliberately. And because of your studious nature, you notice that new is not capitalized. It is, let me type it for you. The new Embrace. But Embrace is capitalized. In addition to that, apparently, where you're from is not just called Solemn. Solemn is a continent. The world you're from is called Unity. And apparently there are 4 continents on Unity, not just Solemn. Each one is relative in mass to Solemn. That's your 3 and 4. 5. There's something concerning that you learn in particular, and I'm going to whisper that to you, Fulcrum, and it is your choice what to do with this information.
Fulcrum runs out of the room screaming. No, I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding.
Oh boy.
It's like we're all dead.
It's in my head.
Could be.
Can't handle
I was the one who was just possessed. No, come on.
it. I can't handle the truth.
Oh, I always forget you're going to do it over there.
That is the information that you uncover.
Okay. I was going to say something to you real quick. Same thing.
Sure.
Should I? Do I? No, I'm not. I was going to put the tome in my bag, but I don't.
Okay.
You know what? I am. I'm going to go ahead and just put it in my bag.
All right, you put the tome in your bag. It's about 3 tomes together that has
Yeah.
this scattered bits of information. Unless you just take her notes, which is the revelation of this information that you have.
I'm going to take all 3 books. The notes I'm going to put in a separate area of my bag. So that it's not like...
It's not shoved into the pages anymore. You have it
Yeah.
separated. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. So you do that.
All right. Well, and dear, sorry, nothing on Truth Drain, your mother.
Well, thank you for looking. Did you find something interesting at least?
Just, light reading, boring history stuff, but,
Oh, well, that's all you.
yeah. Stuff my students would enjoy reading, but, Right.
All right. Well, I have what I came here for. Gabe, you ready?
Yeah. Yes. I've been waiting on you.
All right, lead the way, sweetheart.
All right. Gabe, during the past 3 hours, that same guard patrolled past you 6 times.
Gabe leads the way, keeping track of where the guard is.
Okay. About 15 minutes into all of you walking back towards the portal, you do see the guard, coming back your direction, and they scoot off to the side, completely out of your way.
And does the finger guns?
They flinch.
That's the first time anyone's done that. Because I mean,
Yep. You're Luna's friend.
definitely name dropping her more.
Okay. So,
Gabe is kind of interested. He goes up to the guard. What is your interest in Luna? Why do you see this?
I have no interests in Luna whatsoever. I assure you, I promise you, I do not have any interest toward her.
You seem scared of her.
Am I being tested?
No, I just want to know why Luna has you so scared.
His eyes go wide. She's Luna.
Did she do something to you?
No. If she did, I'd be dead. I am a proud follower of Ares. And I am smart enough to know to fear her legacy.
What's her legacy?
Are you really her friends?
Yeah.
See, sweetheart here, Gabe here, he protects them. And they are friends with Luna. So he just follows them around. Think of a
Or in a
bodyguard.
different context than.
Think of a bodyguard that follows someone around and doesn't really pay attention to the details, just the big picture of where their person is going.
Her threat level is one of the highest we have in all of our known dealings with people. She is city-wide threat. On par with a tier 3 deity. He looks at you all confused as none of you understand what the fuck he's saying. You're all like, what?
We're not from here, so we don't know where that.
Not from
In that
here.
context.
Where are you from? What? Oh, you are not educated with military. She has the power to decimate an entire city within an evening by herself.
Impressive.
You fear people like that. And
She's not giving me any reason to fear her.
That is good for you. But my grandfather was a part of the incineration of that city.
My condolences.
I mean, this was a long time ago. So. I just learned that when the lunatic is out, you do not get in her way.
Understood. Wait, you said you're a follower of Ares?
Well, yes. That's why I'm patrolling God. This is his temple. He looks
I
at
didn't
you
know the
like,
whole thing.
what the fuck? How do you not know this?
Didn't know the whole thing was his.
Right.
Can you tell me anything about her?
Where'd you get that?
Off the thing, Ares already dealt with me for it. Let me have it.
Oh, you know Ares. He's great. Really good
Yeah,
guy.
pretty chill.
I mean, yeah.
Yeah, he's a hoot.
Absolutely. You should try his
Grumpy pants.
his roast duck recipe. It is incredible. We have it in one of his religious tomes. It's
Nice.
incredible. But I'm sorry. I'm not very knowledgeable when it comes to people in that vault. My job is to patrol, and well, there's a mechanism that Luna put on me so that if I die or are knocked unconscious, the entire military up top will be alerted.
So, was that for like her own safety?
No, she's not scared of anybody.
Okay.
You must not know Luna recently. She's not afraid of anyone.
Well,
She came into this temple, killed the champion of Ares, and declared that she was going to research here in her spare time. And Ares was... If you can kill his champion so easily, he's not going to argue with you. He respects that. You're strong, you're powerful.
No, I mean, like, we've done some work with her, and she had us over for dinner. I think it was goose.
You ate with her?
Yeah.
Wow. And it was goose. Or, no, it wasn't goose. Because that would be game-breaking. But he's terrified when you say goose.
It was some sort of poultry.
Yeah.
Maybe pheasant or something.
It was a turkey.
It was turkey.
It was turkey, actually, yeah. Because they had, like, this glorious, like, turkey feast for you all to enjoy. Yeah, it was turkey. Wow, long time ago. He goes, that's incredible. I'm going to keep patrolling. Good luck to all of you.
Thanks, man.
Yeah, yes.
You too.
Thank you. He exhales, like, verbally exhales as he walks away.
And it's just it's like you walk in.
Let's go.
So you all make it over to the archway. It is fully constructed right now. And you see the flow of water in it. Sploosh. You all dive through and swim very easily into the outpouring of water that you splash out of that has no temperature about it whatsoever. So, once you're back in the other area, you do see that there are two more archways that are almost completely brought back together, but they're missing many components. Like, it's organized, lying flat on the ground, but yeah.
Is it more fixed than when we left it?
Roll me a perception check again. Fulcrum, the answer to that is yes.
Anne doesn't know shit.
Nah, not really, no. So, you notice nothing in. Fulcrum, you do, but whatever. Do you go back over to your portal?
We gotta go through the well still.
No, we... Oh, yeah.
Your portal leads to the well.
Well, yeah.
This one was a portal through an archway that was very long.
Yeah. Well, shall we head back to where we will be, where we were?
After you.
Let me test something before we go.
This is not the land before the well, right?
This is.
Yeah.
This is
Oh,
the
okay.
open tundra that's infinite but with no temperature. What were you trying, Fulcrum?
Well, two things. I'm gonna ask them. Can you check on the I'm just curious. Can you check on the snowmen that were around?
Yeah.
Just
Vire, could you check, buddy?
Flies off.
Beefcake, how long were we gone?
Beefcake looks over at you. You were gone?
I thought it.
He
time
seems to have
went-
made himself a very nice little circle and was sleeping.
more cat-like than dog.
More boar-like than anything.
Superior familiar is taken off.
No, he's still here.
Vire flies out. Have Vire roll me a perception check.
Alrighty.
And then, dear, I appreciate you doing this. It's just for my own curiosity.
Vire flies back to you, N, and telepathically communicates. Either there's more of them closer to us, or they got closer to us. Either way, I don't like that.
We'll be leaving soon, bud. And
Great.
puts them on their shoulders. Apparently, either they're getting closer or like more created closer.
All right. Well, Gabe, sweetheart, one last thing before we go. Can you stick your head in there and take a deep breath in the water?
You want to test the water breathing?
Yes, and you are stronger than I am and much more of a hero stature, so I think you could do it better.
Beefcake, can you check the see if you can breathe in the water?
It sticks its head in there. Pulls its head back out. Yeah.
We can breathe.
Then it
All right.
coughs up all of the water in its lungs. If it couldn't, it would have drowned.
Right. After you, sweetheart.
And I'll like do like a cannonball into it and start swimming.
Alrighty. Immediately after, Gabe,
And then Fulcrum.
Fulcrum, and Beefcake. All of you, one by one, splash through the water, swim all the way up towards the surface, and then breach towards the top. Now, as you breach, you do see something odd to all of you. There appears to be an individual instructing groups of people surrounding you in the Slayers Guild territory. Everything's still in rubble, everything is still destroyed, but they seem to be instructing people to go look in these areas, go look in that area, see if you spotted anything down there. The individual looks cloaked, but they definitely have more warm temperatured clothing. And you can tell the pale blue complexion of somebody who's at least a little drow in their heritage. And standing beside them is a very familiar, very large looking dragonborn.
Kothar! And like climbs out, still soaking wet, and just runs over and like gives him the biggest hug.
Kothar,
Can
a tiefling jumps on top of you.
can I help you? What is this? Start
Oh,
pushing them off.
Kothar,
Yes.
you remember me, right?
Honestly, I get asked this a lot now and then. I know big news when a champion comes out, but do you want me to sign something or get an etching done? I don't know what you're.
Oh no! Are you gonna attract more people?
I'm sorry,
Oh,
I'm not meaning to do this, really.
You
Do you
look
know them?
over
No,
at
I
this.
don't.
You look over at the other individual with the drow complexion, and it takes you a moment, but that looks a lot like Byro, but like
Lot younger.
way younger.
Yeah.
Byro?
How do you know my name?
What is a council person doing out here?
Council. Wait, you mean the one Crow? You mean the one Crow stands rebuilding?
A little soon for that, no?
Yeah. I'm not on the
it
council.
runs Solemn.
Like you would be on the council.
You're the guy from Deep Yard on the council.
Ooh, deep
I don't
yard,
really
bad
like
place. Ooh.
I don't do too good in very high positions of power.
I mean, I understand that personally, but what?
Do you have connections with Deep Yard?
Uh
Not you, Byro. This person.
oh, that is fair actually.
Yeah, we stayed at Byro's estate in Deep Yard. And you and I, Kothar, are pals. We met in Umbridge. And
Who is with this person? I think someone is completely confused. Kothar is just like looking past them. Completely.
we'll like open up their coat and show wave.
Kothar, you have no idea what that is.
That is. Are you trying to get a breeze or something? I'm not sure what's going
You
on.
don't-
Can someone help me? I
Yeah,
think,
yeah,
they lost.
Two fairly large-looking half elves come over towards you, and start like peeling you off of Kothar.
Hey, off.
Hey, come on, give the champion a little bit of respect. You look at them,
I'm
and
a champion. Thank you.
they're wearing military garb. And wouldn't recognize it. Fulcrum, however, would you like to roll a history check?
Would love to. And while their ends all like manhandling, like a teenager on a boy idol, I'm gonna be drying myself with
It's like
prestidigitation.
in bestie.
History,
Wait.
right?
I have an estate?
Yeah, it's like the
I
Deep Yard.
have no idea what they're talking
He
about.
like turns his pockets inside out. I only have like 20 gold on me.
Fulcrum. They're wearing Slayer's Guild military garb. As in the people who patrol the guild. You'll recognize this because 3 days ago you saw people like them walking around wearing it.
Endir, you well, of course you can see them. They're talking to you. These are members of the Slayers Guild.
And puffs out like a pufferfish using Ultra Self, so I have like the natural armor, trying to get them off of me.
Yeah, they remove you fairly easily and then body shield you away from Kothar.
Oh, interesting.
Just a suggestion: if you do that to the wrong champion, they may act a bit more hostilely. You're lucky he's like one of the nice ones.
I know, he's my best friend.
They look at you, Kothar, like,
Pyro also looks at Kothar.
Can Gabe inspect Kothar to see if he notices any difference in scars and whatnot?
Sure, roll in a investigation. Kothar, there's a half-elf
do advantage.
man. You're half-elf in this game, right? Gabe, you're half-elf?
Yes.
Okay. There's a half-elf man like looking at you very closely and investigating like your scars, your chest, and everything. They seem like very curious.
I mean, he is a
You-
very impressive man. I just met him today, actually.
Do you
We're
have
working
a problem?
together, though.
Gabe,
Kothar's just gonna glare down at Gabe.
he's missing that large scar over the cross of his chest. Like it's not there.
Gage has a divine sense, first of all.
Okay.
Do you smell
Nothing?
something funny?
Nothing alarming within your presence at all.
He turns to Anne. He doesn't have the chest scar he had before.
Chest scar.
What?
You mu-
Well, Chrome, what's going on?
Where did you?
Endir, come here for a sec, please. And then I'll whisper to them. How do I explain this? I don't think we came back to the same place. Well, the same place, but not the same position in time from when you left.
Fuck.
You'll get used to it. It's
So we traveled back in time.
I assume the three of us are kind of huddled or whatever.
Sure. Now the two of you are looking at the anime trio arguing with one another about what the fuck's happening.
Gabe's not
Kothar,
sniffing
what year
around me
is
anymore.
it? No, he's talking with the group. Kothar, what year is it?
I look at Byro. What year is it?
Um,
You asked the wrong person what year it is.
I just, sweetheart, dear. I recommend in these situations you don't necessarily point out differences in what's going on. It's best just to kind of go with the time flow.
Byro, it's 660.
Okay. 660.
Is it, what year is supposed to be?
A lot later than 660, or depends on 660 what. There was kind of a large event that you knew was coming up and you were close to year 0.
God, I've been out for a while. 660.
Yeah.
That's like
Yep.
30 years that you've been out, Kothar.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But anyways, yeah. That was strange. That group. Where'd they even come from?
I was born a few hundred
I
years
don't-
after this.
I'm gonna ask the guards where they came walking up from, because I'm assuming I didn't see them. So.
All of them look and go, did you guys swim in from the water?
Byro knows. Byro saw. He just didn't know
Oh.
what they were doing.
Oh, yeah, good point. I forgot. Do you want to update your stats down for your display name? Because I think your
Oh,
passive
yeah,
is
yeah, yeah, yeah.
28?
No, it's 24 right now.
24. Oh, yeah, you're only level 8. Sorry. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, Byro knows.
Byro knows all. Even now, when he's younger.
Yeah, they came out of the well. Which is funny, because that's something that you were starting to investigate.
Wait a
Fulcrum,
minute.
how do we fix this?
Wait, why did you come out of the well?
We were in a different plane.
That checks out.
Excuse me? And Kothar is removing his axe, like bringing it down.
Hey, we started here. Went to-
Guards.
Wait.
I'm from Umbridge.
Right, sure. You just swam out of that place
Oh.
that we were going in to check.
Wait a minute. Let them explain.
One thing that I want to clarify for Byro, Umbridge is a new town that's only been settled this year.
Yeah.
It's like brand new.
Listen, Byro, I was sent here for security reasons.
Yeah, the portal, right?
Yeah.
There's a portal under the judicial tree.
That's supposed to be a
Kothar's
secret,
gonna
Byro.
whistle. Kothar's
Yes.
gonna whistle for more guards.
Yeah, now you guys are getting surrounded by like
Wait a minute.
15 Slayer Guild guards.
You were not supposed to know about the portal.
I know because I grew up there. Couple hundred years in the future, apparently.
You grow up on the other side of the portal.
I grew up on this side of the portal. We went down the well a few hundred years ahead of time and popped out here.
Byro's rubbing his temples. Oh.
Fulcrum, and during all this, he just kind of sits down and pulls out some rations and just starts eating. And
Man, why now of all times?
Gabriel leans over to Ian and not
The
too quietly
suggestion is-
says, Kothar was kind of a douche when he was younger, wasn't he?
He was my best friend.
Yeah, in the future, not now.
I mean, I think he's all right.
Byro,
your-
my
you got-
suggestion.
You
my
got your ring,
suggestion
Kothar?
is
The one that turns you into a crystal ball?
Kothar, nobody
Hmm?
knows about that.
Wait, what? You could turn into a crystal ball?
I messaged that. I'll retcon and message that.
Okay, cool.
fair enough, fair
Kothar,
enough.
people are aware that you can do that, but they don't know it comes from your ring, because your ring is unseen.
Kothar is looking relatively upset right now, not knowing where it come. Assuming would he even know who it came from at that point.
It's
I
in
guess I would recognize the voice, right? I recognize the voice.
Yeah, you recognize En's voice. You've heard it quite a lot recently.
Guards grab the tiefling,
Alrighty.
Yeah,
Separate. them from the rest.
Gabe
Yeah.
moves between the guards and Tiefling. Back off.
Hold up, hold up, hold up.
But
I
it's-
don't think
Look,
we need to take it that far.
If
So-
I
you
just
wanna
want to ask some questions separate.
Oh
then
yes,
I'll
no, we should be
go.
in a more controlled setting, of course.
Then I'll go. Just don't need any force.
Kothar, a
Yes.
small person steps up to you, a familiar person, looking up. Hey, big guy, why don't we just hear them out a little bit? You look down at Rez.
Red.
Fulcrum,
come
how
on.
do we fix this?
Just cool for a minute. You know, weirder shit has happened.
This is true.
I definitely want to hear them out.
And Q
Alright, Rez.
walks up from the other side. Don't worry, I'll
Are
keep
you
a close
Rez
eye.
or are you Q?
They both snap their attentions over at you as you see the twin halflings.
As I said,
Yeah.
he looks down at him.
So
Lead
Bring-
the way.
bring them over to our tent. They say to the guards, and the other one, who was the first one who walks up, like looks a little like scared, concerned even, and the other one looks very dutiful and focused.
Honestly, I believe them 100%. I just want to know how they got here.
Gabe is giving him a dark look.
And all of you
Byron, I
are
don't
being
trust anything.
pushed forward, at glaive distance by these individuals. They're keeping you like 10 feet from them, but like prodding you forward.
And I'll drop the altar self so that it's just ends normal.
Deflate. So
The only reason I trust their claim is that something similar has happened to me before.
Fulcrum's just walking normally, just not even giving the glaives, just like we're all going for a walk and in that direction.
Once again, Fulcrum, how do we fix this?
Fix what? We came from the mountains, went to the well, and these men were here.
Byro, you said something happened like this happened to you before?
Yeah, but in the opposite direction.
Yeah, I assumed that we would be going that direction as well.
you all approach over towards a very large golden tent that seems to be adorned with all of these very nice fine tapestries against the sides of it. A handful of soldiers, each of which seem to be wearing some symbol of a dragon with a perfectly translucent head stretching over towards the right. And as you approach closer towards that, Rez speaks up and at you, Kothar, and goes, "All right, I guess we're going to your place. Fine. All you tall people never like ours."
I have 2 chairs for both of you. It's fine.
Yeah, I know, but
you know I
like,
wouldn't forget that.
we know they're kids' chairs. You just took off the little tray.
Look, we had to get what we could get in the time we had.
We don't have many resources right now.
Yeah. And as you approach over towards the tent, the guards all salute Kothar and the two halflings, open up for you and allow you to pass on through, leaving you all perfectly alone in here unless you speak up.
So, since Rez and Q, well, mainly Rez Q, honestly, I don't think you would make a valid point for this, but that's fine.
If they act up, I'll kill them.
Exactly, I know. That's why I said your brother was better for this. Explain yourselves.
Everything I've said is true. And I'm a champion of Alluragine.
Kothar,
Do I know of a current champion?
there isn't. Alluragine doesn't choose champions.
I don't think that's possible.
She has the pointy stick from her.
They.
You're the one
Yes.
that introduced me to the trial, Kothar. A few hundred years from now. You were my sponsor.
This whole time thing, it's really confusing me. I'm not gonna lie. And Kothar's going to get a drink now.
Yeah. Rez looks over at you, Kothar, and goes, "Do you think that's why Phoenix woke up?"
Because of this?
I mean, if anybody would know about this stuff, it's Phoenix.
I've met Phoenix.
What?
Yeah.
Oh,
He was alive
shoot.
in our time.
Well, I mean, that's not surprising. He's always alive.
It's 660, yeah.
Well, no, I mean, he was awake in our time.
Oh, that's bad. Oh.
He was awake in 660.
Yeah.
Yes, we're in 660 now.
Yeah.
Fulcrum tried to cover the tracks.
Fulcrum.
Just go with the flow. Just
No, that is
enjoy the
not.
moment.
That is not.
Kai
I wish I could be enjoying this moment right now.
Kai just sighs and rubs his brow.
They awoke the first champion in our time. If that tells you anything. I'm giving you everything I know.
Easy. All right, then. If you know of the champions, then you would know a specific person's name. She's very recognizable.
Opal?
That was her name, right? Yeah.
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 The
Kothar
quick
will stop
stick
her.
likes to hit you in the head with it? Yeah.
Yep. Okay.
She's the one that
I'm
wakes
starting to-
everyone.
I'm starting to believe these things now. I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah, you should.
Yeah. Rez
Not
looks
things
over at
is in
you.
the people, things is in the statements.
Shoot. Well, now you're gonna
What?
fuck everything up.
What is there to fuck up?
Everything?
Oh. Oh, yeah.
Who knows how it's gonna go? Q looks like very confused. I mean, like, I only studied with Phoenix for like 20 years, but like, when this stuff happens, we don't know how things are gonna continue to happen. This is, oh no, this is bad, this is bad. They start biting their thumbnail, like, very aggressively.
Yeah.
And Rez looks up and he's like, wow, that sounds fun.
Time doesn't like getting messed with.
Yeah, I mean, I'm not telling you all of this just to, I mean, if I can come back and change it, there's definitely a few things I would like to change. Rescue, I didn't meet you in our time,
Right.
even though you were awoken.
Rez energetically like starts jumping up and down. Yeah, we could change so many things. See, I always told Phoenix if we got this opportunity to do this, we could change everything. We can make everything better again. We can help everybody. And Q just like rubs the bridge of their nose, going, "No, we can't. If we do that, we're screwing up how things should be." Damn.
Yeah, man, I have an estate in the future, and I'm part of the council.
They both look over at you like, "Yeah, right."
Yeah,
I
You
don't even
with-
know how that happened. I want to know how that happens.
it
'cause
was like
that's
You
very
6
with
strange.
money.
stories.
Yeah, I don't have money often.
Yeah, and Kothar, you.
On to douche in the future.
Are you saying I'm a douche now?
You two always butt heads, no matter what time frame we're in.
Ooh. Rez like raises his hand to ask something, and Q like backhands him like, "No, stop it.
Hey,
We don't need to know anything. No, you don't tell us anything. We can't know anything about that time
why?
Just
because
go
it'll screw
with
things
the
up."
flow.
Yes, as
Yeah,
much as I love
listen
knowing
to
things,
listen to
knowing
your
things-
cool friend. He's chill.
He's not being much help.
Well, you should
But
listen.
It, like I. Hmm.
Sweetheart, sweetheart, sweetheart. I was help. You didn't listen.
I wanted to fix this at the beginning. Do we go back and
You. I tried to help you, sweetheart. I gave you all you needed to know for now, and that's just to go with the flow. And everyone wants to. I don't know.
I think we all
Just-
started on the wrong foot. I think we should start with, "Hi, my name is," and then you say your
Slim
name.
Shady.
What?
I'm so glad I wasn't the person.
And up on your like right next to you, standing on the table, Rez, you're not sure when he stepped away, but he's now beside you and whispers in your ear, "So who wins the third turtle dove race?" You have no idea what that is.
What is a turtle dove?
Oh boy.
Future sucks. Let's change it. He just jumps off the table and goes back over.
I'm in.
In what?
Nice to meet you.
In. E-N.
Oh,
Q
well, that's simple.
backhands Rez and goes, It's their name." And I also noticed that you used nondescript pronouns. That's what you do. Is that
Yes.
is that finally common in the future?
It's common enough.
Cool. Wow. I was always hoping people could do that. And Q like is just picking their nail and goes, "All right, so there's one cool thing about the future."
And there's a festival around the Yggdrasil tree every year. That's another cool thing.
Why would they do that? It's so cold out there.
Because it warms.
Ah,
the whole town.
don't tell anybody. Oh, come on.
Man.
If you tell us things, we'll change things. Oh.
And what about you? And he looks over to Fulcrum,
Yeah.
the calm one.
He's not entirely wrong about. Not entirely right. Not entirely wrong about things changing. So anyway, yes, I am Professor Fulcrum.
Professor.
Yes.
Professor of what?
History, oddities, chronologies.
Intriguing.
It's strange
Forces
to be
that
so calm
pull-
about time change.
The time changes every second. I don't quite understand.
He sees shit.
And what about you? And he looks over at Gabriel.
my name is Gabe?
Ah, also another short name.
And if he could save time in a bottle, you know what the first thing he'd like to do is.
Eat as many hot dogs as you can.
A manner.
Because I know a few people that would love to do that.
It takes me a little bit to figure these things out. Too.
It just
Yeah.
so happens to be a dog.
That's more
Oh.
Kai.
I just remembered. Not
Yep.
here. Not here.
Nope.
Oh,
Sadness.
the one sadness I have right now. So,
Um,
all right. So we have to send them back, right?
Well, that.
But we have to
Should be the
figure out
plan.
how to send them back to the right win.
When was your win?
I don't think we should know that.
Nice. That's a.
Well, we can't send them there if we don't know.
Well, no, I mean we can't send them there that easy yet. Anyways, we need to find the fork.
What if we just throw them back into the hole?
No,
and just,
no.
You know...
Q
I don't
like
think putting people in a well would solve anything.
Q kicks you in the ankle, Kothar, and you barely feel it. You just no, that's not. If you put them back there, all that's going to happen is they won't have any control about where and when they go and do. And right now, if they can't get back to the real thems in the nows, they're going to just autopilot everything, which is bad. It's very bad. And then they could possibly come back and fuck something else up. I mean, look at them. They don't know how to keep their mouths shut. I've learned so much about the future.
But what if they're meant? But what if they're meant to be here?
Yeah.
What?
I am where I'm supposed to be every moment.
Yeah, I mean, like if you think about it like that, what if they're supposed to come back at this time for a weird reason? I don't know. Don't do these things.
We need to talk to Phoenix. All right, we need to talk to Phoenix.
I
If you
may
go
have
to him
some
for everything,
I might have some input on why we might be here.
Why?
Uh,
Wait, tell the smart one, and then smart one decide if you want to tell us.
Yeah, yes, and tell me.
They all look at you confused.
I don't know if that's what they meant.
That was awesome.
I'm glad you think highly of yourself.
Anal message. Who am I messaging?
Fulcrum's the
Byron?
smart one.
Or Fulcrum?
Yeah,
I'll
of your
message
group.
Fulcrum.
Yeah, they're like, use him as the liaison. He knows what the fuck he's talking about.
I'll message Fulcrum. The first champion and M, the Mr. M guy. We're here. Perhaps we could help them avoid all of that in the first place.
Sometimes it is best not to give too much information when you're traveling this way. And I do have a feeling we will get back when we're supposed to be, when we're supposed to get back to them at that time. We can listen to what they have to say, but I would not give them more information.
Perhaps
go with
in
the
talking
flow.
to Phoenix?
Do I know... this is a question for Jero. Do I know Phoenix at all?
Not personally. The name is very familiar to you. Like, you've heard it all throughout your life. You just can't really place who that is.
Ooh, okay. That could be a possibility based on the way that they're talking about this Phoenix. But rather than going to the Phoenix and laying it all out, I would go and just give little pebbles and see the reaction. If that makes sense, dear.
All right. Well, and says this out loud. I have an inkling, but I think having a conversation with Phoenix would be a good idea.
Right, I agree with that. Q turns over to Rez, and Rez looks at him with a level of excitement that you cannot compare to. All right, Rez, send me back. Yay. Pulls out a short sword. And plunges it straight through his heart.
Whose heart?
Q.
Oh,
Q
okay.
collapses to the ground, and then their body just turns to dust. And Rez pulls
Interesting.
back out the sword.
Okay.
And of course, that sword's very familiar for In.
Rez, forgive my asking. I'm just curious. Do
Yeah.
they always turn to dust when
They'll be fine.
Oh,
that
this
happens?
is our form. It's only something the two of us can do. It's a very fun thing. If a champion dies, they don't actually die. They just go back into hibernation. Well, because Q and I are so close, as long as one of us is alive, the other one just awakes back home in bed. It's great for fast travel.
Interesting.
So
Oh,
he'll be
no.
awake tomorrow.
It's strange, actually.
What do you, dude? It is the coolest thing we get to do. Not to mention, do you know how often Q pisses me off? I get to stab him.
Yeah, we need to talk about you doing that to him.
He okayed it.
It's genius.
He did it to appease you.
Gable looks over at the dragon.
In has taken a moment over to the side and has pulled out Wave and Blue Machine. Do you know me?
No immediate response. You do sense it's working. The power's there, but you don't get a response from her.
Okay. So, like, I would still feel that part of the magic and all.
Yeah, the magic component is there, but you don't get an immediate reply from her. Oh, this is
So, anyone want to play some games?
Yes! Chess?
Tell stories.
Do you play dice? Do you know what I'm gonna roll?
This is 660, right? That's where I'm at right now.
Yeah.
I don't know. I'm in 660.
You're gonna roll a 16.
Really?
While you do this, I'm gonna make sure that they at least post more guards currently, since we aren't there. Especially if you all came through, who knows what the portal's state might be like. Oh my
They roll their dice and they do not get a 16.
So, what were you guys? Are you all looking for when we showed up?
The tuning fork.
Ah, yes.
Yeah.
Huh.
And it went missing. I mean, who?
Well, it's supposed to be down there. And it's not. We think when, that, attack happened here, that whoever was in charge of that may have removed the fork with them. He looks over at you, Byro. The general, I mean, our allies closer to the third general have told us that she does not have it on herself. But it might be here somewhere, like maybe it fell out of her pocket. Who knows? Crazier things have happened.
How
Is the
long ago
tuning-
was the attack?
Oh, the attack. Didn't you guys write that down in your history books? I imagine this is like a huge event that would have happened.
I'm in 660. I'm confused.
All right, you're not the smart one anymore. Okay. But yeah, there was a massive attack at the gates here at the Slayers Guild. But when Croston and Byro came back, it was bad. There's Viren, his forces, they were all attacking, and luckily you managed to take them down though. And now we're just trying to rebuild, get everything going again.
So it's been like a week then. 2. 3?
Actually it has been exactly 1 week, yeah.
Yeah, exactly 1 week.
Fuck.
You don't get very far in a couple hundred years.
Or a week.
Yeah. Very strange time for you all to appear.
Yeah, I mean, that's really like the last people who came through that portal. Whew, they were bad.
Yeah.
Who were they?
Well, it's Viren, of course, and Well,
What did she look like?
She. Byron's
Or
he.
they? No, I mean the other person that came. Was it just the one person that came through? Or?
Oh, I didn't see them. Points over at Byro.
Oh.
Yeah. Well. It's been a long week.
Yeah, maybe we should just have some coffee or a drink. Mushroom, anyone? And I'm about to pull out some of the mushrooms that I got.
Rez immediately holds his hand out in front of you. Oh.
Give him some mushrooms that we got. I don't know how long ago it was. That's what I like about this character. I don't remember. I don't have to keep track of time.
Yeah, I just
Which mushrooms?
The ones when we were starting before our trek, the night before we were at the hot tubs and pools and
Oh, the magic ones.
yeah.
Yeah, okay. Rez immediately pops it. Oh. He looks over at you, Kothar, with fully dilated pupils.
I sorry, I had walked out to go tell the guards to do something, but I was gonna say Kothar came walking back in.
Sure, Kothar, you walk back in and you just see him looking at you with these giant pupils. You gotta watch me now.
What did you throw in your mouth? Spit it
Mushroom?
out right now.
Ah. He has nothing.
This is Rez,
That's
right?
it. I'll force it
Yes.
out of you. Come here.
Oh, why?
He's actually faster than you, so you start chasing after him, and
Yep.
it's an entire show of dragon chasing halfling who's just insanely fast. And they're
Uh-oh,
they're dodgy too, like they're quick, they're maneuvering and shit.
Yeah.
I like him.
Yeah.
I will corner you.
But corners don't exist right now, and they just keep running.
Oh God! Why did
Anyone else?
Crimson have to leave me here with all? Oh.
Hugh is the most responsible one. Chaos and law. Chaos and law. It's
Iro, you hungry? You want one?
yeah, Byro, they're great. He says behind your ear and then runs.
I will pass. He pulls out the immovable rod and he sets it up like a handlebar, and he leans onto it.
Click.
Seems like the most reasonable use.
You have no idea.
No. I'm just gonna stay here.
But yes.
Anyways,
Kothar.
since we have a day to kill till Phoenix gets here.
Kothar hears a voice in his head. Sorry to have pulled that surprise on you about your singularity, but I needed you to believe me.
We have further to talk about that, he says back. But you can reply a message, right?
By the way, how much do you know about us?
Less about you, Byro. We worked with you, but it was, it was a work thing. Kothar, you and I traveled for months together.
Oh, good to know I'm still alive.
Really? Kothar's like on the ground, like probably tied up by like by Riz right now.
Right now you're looking for him and he's just sitting like holding onto two of your spikes on your scales in the back of your head without you noticing.
Yeah,
Uh,
but
from under-
yeah, you
Comes out from under desk.
Kothar, you've got a weak spot for bubble baths.
Wait a minute, what?
Rez
Listen.
says from right behind you, what?
Yeah, bubble baths.
No, I don't. No, I do not.
MBDSM.
Yeah,
Bubble
that too.
bath. And then he just runs off.
Wait,
Well,
they have
that's not a secret to anyone. That last
that,
one's
like,
not a secret to
common?
anyone.
Oh no.
Yeah, there's
What,
the,
bubble baths?
there's the bubble baths.
And so I was woken up. So you all came and got me, or they sent me to you? Wait, am I not supposed to ask
You-
these questions?
Byro is currently taking notes.
You woke up.
Wait. Okay, yeah, it's fine. Keep going.
And
I'll probably forget it anyways.
you ended up in Umbridge. And that's where you met me and Gabe and
Mhm.
Rowan and a few others, and we were tasked by, I think his name's Gavin, to check on portals that were opening.
It'll be
Seems like the same
interesting.
job I do every time I come to. Portals
Yeah.
this,
What
and
were you
portals
saying,
that.
Fulcrum?
Yes, it'll be interesting to see if it turns out the same way this time.
You guys hear off in the distance Q's voice echoing throughout the city. Oh my god, the stars are eating themselves.
Oh no.
He got outside.
Yeah.
I need to get him.
Hang on, Vire.
What?
Can you go be an amazing show person, like, well, show dragon like you are, and go and bring him back?
It gives you a very, very sinister smile.
Perfect.
And flies off. As it passes by you, Kothar, you hear in your mind as it looks at you, what are you looking at? And just keeps flying.
Oh, I was gonna ask if they wanted me to give them some manacles, but I guess not. Just in case.
Taken care of.
Oh, good.
Now you hear off in the distance, Rainbow Bird!
Oh,
And I think
no.
on that note, we can actually head to our break, everybody, and we'll be right back.